Well, hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on how to use Tally Forms. This is a complete tutorial for beginners. We have the link to Tally Forms in the description below so you can get a head start right after this video. So first things first, this is what you'll see once you get to tally.so. You have the create form at the top right corner or create a free form right here. They're both the same thing. So go ahead and click on create a free form and this is what you'll see. Here you can simply start from scratch to create your form. As you can see right here, Tally is a form builder that works like a doc. Just type the / to insert form blocks and add to mention question answers. So this is one way to go about it. However, if you'd like to get the full package, it's great to proceed to the sign up. And you can find this at the top right corner. I'm going to click on sign up. And then you have the option to continue with Google, with Apple, or you could do it the manual method. We like to make things easy, so we'll be using the continue with Google option, in which case we'll be selecting a Google account. If you have multiple, you can pick from one of them and then you'll be in. So let's do just that. Now you're going to be taken to this page. It's going to ask you 3 questions or 2. First, it's going to ask you what kind of work do you do? Of course, you have these options right here. And say we're just going to select customer service. And once you select an option, you see the second question. What is your role? So you're going to click on the drop down and here you have some other options right here. So go ahead and select what applies to you or the closest. And then here you'll be asked a question. How did you discover Tally? Of course, you want to select what applies as well. So of course, here you can go ahead and fill in the details, such as the channel which you got this information and click on take me to Tally. Great, so now we're in the Tally dashboard. You can see there is a minimalistic style design and we like this. In the center, this is your work area, but on the left side, you have your action menus. You have your home, search, members, domains, and settings. You also have the option to upgrade your plan. Then of course you have your workspace, and this is where you'll be coming to access different workspace if you've created them to gain access to different workspaces which you'll be needing. And then right here, you have your product. You have templates, what's new, roadmap, feature requests, rewards, and trash. And then of course you get some how-to guides, but this is what we're doing already in this video. So because Tally Forms is mainly used to create forms, we'll be showing you 2 ways to create your form. The first way is by using templates. So let's go ahead and click on templates under the product section. And here you can see explore form and survey templates. You can see all by team, creators, product, marketing, HR, office, and personal. These are different categories of different types of forms, which of course you could select from. If you have all, you could of course be scrolling through to see which appeals to you or aligns with what you're doing. So we'll just be scrolling down and whatever we'll be doing, the same principle applies to any of the forms you'll be selecting. So let's go ahead and click on the contact form. And right here you have your contact form. You have your full name, business name, email, and link to website or tools. And of course you have some more information here, such as tell me more about your business, etc. And then you can click next to find some more information. Now, if we go back, you're going to see full name and then you can see the asterisk. You could also see that the asterisk has been applied to every field, which means that you need to fill in some information in these parts. Now, here's the question. How do you personalize this template? Well, it's a good question. You could go ahead and click on use this template at the top right corner, and then you'll see more information. As you scroll down, you can see the first page. This is the second page, the third, the fourth, etc. You get the point. So Tally does not provide everything in the form in a single page. You need to fill in a part of the form, then proceed to the next page, down to the finality of the form. So here are a few things to take note of. At the top right here, if you'd like to change the cover image, this is up to you. You just simply need to hover over it, then select change cover or reposition. If we click on reposition, you can see that this can be repositioned this way, up or down. This is up to you. Then of course you can save position if that's what you wanted. Then of course if you want to change the cover, you can click on change cover and whatever image you have, you can drag and drop it right here and it will be right here. Then of course you can use the reposition to make it align perfectly. And then of course if you want to make some changes to this as well, you can click on it And the same applies. You just simply need to drag and drop the file here and you have it. You of course have the link option where you could provide a link to an image and click submit and it will drag it into this part where you want it to be. Then of course you have the customize button. We're going to click on customize and then you can see colors. Then of course you can see the bottom background, the accent. So if we click on this, let's just change this to green, go down and then click the black background to say blue. Then you'll see the difference. If you click on the next, you can see it's blue. And if you click on it, you can see the highlight in green. And that's what we made to change. Of course, let's go into the details about changing some aspect of the form. If you hover over this, you can see the 6 dots, you can click on it. And then if you click on required, which is currently toggled on, take notice of what changes right here. If we click on this to toggle it off, this will no longer be required. So you can do this or you can toggle it back in. Now, of course, in a form, you need the full name, the business name, the email. These are information that is required or primarily important to your form. Then, of course, you could have a default answer, minimum characters, maximum characters, etc. Now, if you want to duplicate this, you just simply need to use a Ctrl-D on your keyboard or click on the duplicate button. And there you have full name there again. So that's how you can do that to add another column. Now, of course, if you want to insert a block, you can click on the plus icon right here. And then you have a range of options or elements to add to your form. Of course, you can see already some of the components that are there. You can see email, and when we click away, you can see email there as well. Now, because we clicked on the plus button, it's already prepared a space for us. If you don't want it, you can click on the delete. And you're back to what you had before. Of course, if you'd like to rearrange things, you can come over, hover over it, and then this time click and drag it to another area. If you want to bring it down here, there you can see full name at the bottom. This is not nice, of course. We just want to show you how it looks like when you're doing yours. Ctrl Z, and we're back to what we had before. Great. So in principle, this is how you can make some adjustments to the existing template. How you can change the banner, how you can change the logo, and how you can make some adjustments to these areas, whether you want to make it required or add some more blocks. And now, of course, if you scroll down, you see some more pages and you can see some options right here. If you come over to the content right here, you can delete what you see right here. So if you delete it, you can put in the information you want. Now, if these options are one too many, you could of course click and delete and there it will be gone. If you want to add another at the bottom, you could of course come over here, hover over it, click on the 6 dots and then click duplicate. And then you have your copy of what you had before. Now, if you scroll down and you notice you don't want a part, you want to completely erase it from your form, you just simply need to hover over it and click on the delete this block. And there you have it, it's gone. So basically, using a template helps you to speed things up. You have something already prepared and you get to work on it by making some edits, thus personalizing it to your taste. Then of course, at the top, you can see the preview button and the publish button. Once you click on the publish button, you see the link to your Tally form. You can click on. You could highlight everything to select it, copy it, or simply just click on the copy button right here and you can see that it's been copied. If you'd like to have a custom domain, of course, you have the option to use custom domain, which of course would mean that you need to use the pro plan of Tally forms. But of course, as a beginner, this might not be what you're interested in. If we go to workspace, you can see the first contact form, which is what we just spent some time on. Then of course you have the new form. If we click on the new form, which is of course another way to create our form, you can see a blank canvas, which is of course what we saw before. Then of course we can say survey form. And then what about the other parts? Well, if you press enter, you have this. And then of course you can click on the plus. And then we're going to look for a name. Now, you might not find name right here, but of course, because the name is expected to be a short answer, you can click on short answer, and then you have an example. What is your first name? So go ahead and click on insert, and there you have it. Type in a question. Then you can just say first name or full name. And by default, you have this as a required field. If you click on it, the required icon will disappear, but if you click on the 3 dots there, you can see that by clicking on the required button or icon, it disappeared. So if we click on the toggle to toggle it back on, you see it once again. So you have your full name, add another We could say email, click insert, then we'll say email. Then of course you could go ahead and keep adding different components to your Tally form to make it yours. You could of course add images, add videos, because Tally allows for this. If you click an image, you're going to say insert, and then you'll be required to drag and drop an image, use a link, or let's go to Unsplash to select an option. Let's click on this, and there you have your picture right there. But of course, this might not be the best place to add a picture. It's just to show you that this is another component you can add to your Tally form. We're just going to click on delete, then go to the top. Remember, in the template we selected, we had a cover and a logo. So if you click on add cover, you can see it right there. And of course, if you click on add logo, you can see it once again. Remember how we showed you how you can make some changes? Well, the same applies. So go ahead and click on change cover, reposition it, and save. Then of course you can click on this, make some changes to your logo, and you'll see it right there. Survey form, full name, email, and the rest is yours to design. Once you're done, you can click on the publish button, and it will take you to this page where you can of course copy your form link and share it to the platforms you'd like it to be. Now what if you wanted to add a payment component in your form? Well, let's go back by clicking on edit. And then we're going to click on the plus right here, and let's scroll down to look for an option for payment. Remember, you can scroll through to find all these options, but of course, this is another example. Click on payment, and here you can see how it looks like. Now, of course, if you want to add a payment, you need to make sure that you have a Stripe account, or if it's the first time, you'll need to create a Stripe account. Tally has integrated Stripe in order to make this possible. So you can click on insert, and there you can see the option. So go ahead and click on connect with Stripe, use your account, or create a new Stripe account in order to have this successfully. So this is a simple way to use Tally form for beginners. So you can use your template, or of course you could go ahead and start from scratch. If you'd like to start from scratch, your creativity is at your fingertip. If you're using the template, you can work with whatever has been created and still add your creative touch to it. Don't forget that we have the link to Tally forms in the description below. Do let us know if this was helpful, and thanks for watching.